Hello my dear students, welcome to Teacher at Home. Today class we are going to learn the 6th chapter, Understanding of Maps. Following are the accounts of sea voyages of some eminent travelers of different periods. Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus was born in the Republic of Genoa, presently northwestern Italy, in the 15th century. He was a well-known sailor and explorer. He came to know about the natural sources of India and started his first voyage in search of India through the Atlantic Ocean in 1492 AD. In order to know the route, Columbus and his team traveled with a large leather wrapped globe on which places were marked. They also used another such spear to mark the location of stars. But Columbus lost his route and reached some islands near the North American continent. This was because of the lack of accurate maps and other navigational aids. Ferdinand Magellan. Ferdinand Magellan was born in the 16th century in the northern Portugal in Europe. With an unquenchable quest to travel around the world, the Portuguese explorer Magellan and his team started their voyage from Europe in September 1519. The aim was to travel through the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean and to return to Europe. They used maps prepared in the 16th century to know the exact location of continents. When the journey prolonged for years, discontent arose among them. When they reached the Philippines Islands in Pacific Ocean, they had a war with the inhabitants of Mactan Island and Magellan was killed in the war. Those who survived returned to Europe in September 1522, in an age when there were no detailed maps of the facilities to know the exact route. It took 3 years for them to travel around the world. Lieutenant Commander Abhilash Tomy. The Indian soldiers sailor Abhilash Tomy was born at Tripunthara in the Ernakulam district of Kerala. Set out a sea voyage around the world from Mumbai in November 2012. Overcoming many challenges en route, he traveled around the world and returned the shores to Mumbai on 31st March 2013. It was the help of the accurate maps and the modern instruments that he could complete his journey around the world in about 150 days without losing his way. It is astonishing to note that Columbus and Magellan made prolonged voyages when there were no maps or other sophisticated equipments to help them in navigation. It should be clear to you that with the help of accurate and detailed maps and modern technology, one can travel around the world without losing the map. Importance of maps. Maps are important tools for geographers. You can illustrate your classroom, school, and its premise and your locality on a paper. Similarly, any place on the earth can be illustrated on a paper. True representation of the features of Earth's surface on a two-dimensional plane it is called a map. It is believed that maps were in use for centuries, but they were not as accurate as modern maps. Maps showing the detailed information about the Earth's features have become inevitable in the modern world. Today, different types of maps are used in different fields: learning geography, defense, tourism, administration, transport. In order to learn various concepts, different types of maps are used in your textbooks. Try to identify them. Let us examine who else other than students and teachers use map. They are the industrialists, historians, pilots, captains of ships. For what purpose do they use maps? For various purposes. History of maps. Maps of 15th and 16th centuries were not accurate and the journeys of Columbus and Magellan were long and they lost their way as well. Changes of maps during the periods is shown here. Mesopotamian map, that is clay plate, possible rendering of Anaximander's world map prepared by Hipparchus, world map prepared by Ptolemy, then prepared by Mercator, prepared by Ortelius. Let us examine the changes that have taken place to maps over centuries. It is believed that the history of maps are as old as human civilization. The Mesopotamian plates prepared baked clay plates about 5,000 years ago are considered as the oldest maps. On these plates, there were specific lines and symbols that helped to depict the peculiarities of even small places. Maps were prepared on leather and bronze plates during the period on the Greek philosopher Anaximander, who is believed to have prepared the first map. Invention of the Greek mathematician Eratosthenes and the contributions of astronomers like Hipparchus and Ptolemy helped more than preparing maps. The voyage by sailors and explorers like Columbus and Magellan led to the preparation of more accurate maps. Mercator, who is known as the father of modern cartography, and Abraham Ortelius, who prepared an atlas by combining many maps, gave new insight to the making of modern maps. The contribution of Greek, Roman, Arab, and Indian geographers to the development of modern cartography. It is believed that the first map was prepared by the Greek philosopher Anaximander. He was born in Miletus of Asia Minor in 610 BC. That is, modern cartography are significant. History of maps started with clay plates. With the advancement of technology, it has now reached the level of computer-aided maps. In this fast developing world, maps have also changed with the times. With the help of computers, map making reached a stage where exact location details about a place and the three-dimensional views are possible on a mouse click. Cartography. The term cartography was derived from the French words carte and graphic. Carte means map and graphic means drawing. Cartography is the science of map making. One who prepares map it is known as a cartographer. Arrows marks to reach the destination are given in picture A, while those are absent in picture B. Picture B has a scale and symbol showing the north direction, while that is absent in picture A. In picture A, the details required to reach the destination alone are given, while picture B shows all the details of that place. Picture A gives a sketch showing the way to Ramu's school. Ramu has marked the sketch the way to this school to enable his friend Gopu direction or to measure the distance in picture, but still Ramu succeeds in guiding his friend Gopu to his school. Sketches are drawings having limited information about a place drawn from one's own memory or by observing that place. You can also prepare a sketch as prepared by Ramu. Prepare a sketch showing the way to your school from your nearby bus stop or railway station or an exhibit in your classroom. Plans are prepared based on exact measurements, location, details, scales, and direction. You might have noticed the layout plan exhibited in front of some establishments. Shall we prepare a plan? Measure your schoolroom with the help of your teacher and prepare a plan. Marks are clear and accurate illustration of comparatively larger areas. Essential elements of map. In the above map of Kerala, ABCD up to F indicate all the essential elements of a map. With the help of the map, the table essential element can be identified. A is the title, B is the scale, C is the direction, D is the latitude and longitude, E is the conventional symbols and colors, F is the index. Title. Title indicates the area depicted and the content of the map. It is usually given at the top of the map. Observe the maps in the social science lab of your school and prepare a table after classifying them. Scale. Shall we draw the plan of your school building? First, we have to measure the length and breadth of the building using a measuring tape. Assume that the length is 30 meters and breadth 10 meters. Can you draw a plan of the school using the measurements? Step 1. Try to draw the length and breadth of the building of such a paper. You will find it is not possible. Step 2. Shall we draw 30 meters as 30 centimeters? Now it's possible to draw this on a sheet of paper. If we adopt this method, what would be the breadth of the building when scaled in centimeter? You must have understood that it is 10 centimeters. Draw the length and breadth of the building. You have selected the ratio of 1 centimeter to each meter. Scale is the technique that we have adopted to draw length and breadth conveniently. Here length and breadth are represented on a scale of 1 centimeter to 1 meter. Scale is the relative distance used to represent the distance between the two places on the earth. It should be maintained while preparing maps. Through this, large areas can be drawn on a paper with accuracy. Moreover, scale can be used to measure the actual distance between places on a map. Direction. Direction is another major element of a map. North, south, east, and west are the four major directions. Magnetic compass is an instrument to find out direction. Major distribution can be divided into four subdivisions: northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. Directions are essential to understand the exact location places on a map. Have you seen the lines drawn lengthwise and breadthwise? Examine the globes and maps in the social science lab. Are you able to see such lines on it? Such lines drawn horizontally across the globe and maps are called the latitude. They are shown in degrees. The horizontal line drawn exactly to the center of the globe of the equator, it is 0 latitude. Latitudes are marked in the north and south of the equator up to 90 degree. 90-degree north latitude is known as the North Pole. 90-degree south latitude is known as the South Pole. Observe the globe and identify the major latitudes and their values in degrees. Have you noticed the lines drawn perpendicular to latitudes and joining the north and the south poles? These lines are called longitude. They are also shown in degrees. Observe the globe and identify the major longitudes such as 0 degrees and 180 degree. A place on map and globe is located on the basis of latitude and longitude. Observe the world map and a globe and identify the latitude and longitude. Conventional signs and symbols. Features of the surface like mountains, plateaus, plains, water bodies, route settlements, agricultural lands, etc. are depicted on maps using internationally accepted colors, signs and symbols. Observe the map in your social science lab and identify the colors and signs used. Index is the key of map reading. Index represents the color signs on a map. Characteristic of a map is understood using the index. Analyze the index of a map in your school lab and understand these features. Map prepared using the above elements are accurate and clear. I discussed in this chapter the details of maps, uses and essential elements. Maps have great importance in the modern era. Various types of maps are used in different fields. Map making has reached the present stage after passing through various stages of development. History of map making is as old as civilization. Title, scale, direction, latitude, longitude, conventional signs and symbols, and index are the essential elements of a map. So that's all about this chapter. If you are interested, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.